Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually going to be doing a new type of video where I'm going to be showing you guys what coins I'm going to be mining for the month of June. So I already have a plan set out and I'm just going to tell you about the plan and tell you about some information that you need to know. This all comes from a poll that I put up of what videos you want to see on the channel, and then the top voted was what coins I'm mining. So I'm going to show you what coins I'm going to be mining for the month of June, so you can follow along, I guess. If you want to take my advice, I don't know if I'm going to be right or wrong. This is kind of just speculative right now. I know there are profitable coins, but this is my plan for June mining. And then in July, I'll make an update video, see what we've mined, and then I'll show you what I'm mining in July. So I'll be doing the what coins I'm mining every month, and then the second vote, I just want to note here that it was about deep dives into certain coins. I'll also be doing them on the channel as well. So in terms of mining right now, I believe PEPEW is definitely the most profitable coin to mine. I don't really think that this is going to last. I could be wrong, I could be right. Who knows? This is why I wouldn't recommend mining it right now, because it's only listed on one exchange here, and the volume for that is 16,000 per day. So when we look on coins, and if we go down to Pepe, if we keep scrolling down here, if we go into Pepe, you can see that the daily emissions is 15,000 per day. So basically anyone who's mining it is just selling it straight off. And as you can see there on the weekly price chart, you can see it's down 73%. So what I'm thinking is that people are just mining PEPEW and basically just dumping it onto an exchange, which for Pepe coin would be BzMiner. Now I know that TXBit, this could drum up a bit of hype. I'm just letting you guys know that TXBit will be listing it. It'll be listing it on the 7th of June, so we could see a bit more trading going on there. That could up the price a little bit. I'm not sure where it's going to go for PEPEW. I know we have Dogecoin, which is kind of like a meme coin, but it's also proof of work. You know, proof of work is always good because it secures the network a little bit more, and there's more faith that you can actually not get a rug pulled and stuff like that, because you have to basically take over the network to rug pull it if it's on proof of work. So I'm just going to say for June, we're probably not going to be mining PEPEW. If you do want to mine it, I'd suggest you just sell off straight away, because I don't feel like the price of the coin is going to be going upwards anytime soon, even with the TXBit listing. Now obviously I could be wrong, but you're just going to have to take my opinion and my judgment if you want to follow what I'm doing. So PEPEW, I don't think we should be mining that really right now. If you want to mine it for the next, I think maybe a week or so is going to be profitable, and it's probably going to dip off then. So I suggest just selling it as soon as you get it into the wallet, put it on BzMiner and just sell it off from there. So my actual plan for mining in June is going to be coins like, firstly, Nexa and Radiant. Those are the ones that I want to focus on the most, just because Nexa is down. If we look on CoinMarketCap, we have a list here, my watch list. Nexa is down 35% and Radiant is down 57%. So this means that when we're mining, we're obviously going to have a hash rate drop off these networks because of the price going down, so it's less profitable. Nobody wants to mine on these. However, we can come in with our GPUs and we can start actually picking up more yield of these coins. And with the inception of Radiant FPGAs, I had a video on that earlier this week. We're probably going to see more profits come out of Radiant, and that's going to slowly ramp up the price, I think. Because of this FPGA progression, there's probably going to be ASICs on the Radiant network. I wouldn't say in the next 6 months, but maybe in a year's time we could see ASICs for Radiant coin. For Nexa, we haven't seen any FPGAs yet, but I know that there are FPGAs allowed on the network. They have nothing against it on the website, and these two coins are relatively small market cap as well. So by now we're getting the yield. As you can see here, there's only a small percentage of the coins being mined already. So with Radiant, it's slightly more than Nexa, but Nexa is still a very small coin that we could really get a bunch of yield right now at 34% down and 55% down. And then subsequently in the bull run, these coins are definitely going to go up. You very rarely see any coins go down in the bull run. Obviously, Bitcoin shoots up, all these other coins are going to get more adoption. People are going to sell off, and then they're going to put it into these speculative coins like Nexa or Radiant. So these are the main ones that I want to be focusing on. Those are going to be my main mining coins. If we look here, Nexa is already the highest revenue, but it's not the highest profits for a bunch of coins. I know PEPEW is still there, but Nexa for the 40 series is the highest revenue, and then it drops off to other random coins. It's kind of a bit of a, about 3 days ago it was just PEPEW for every single graphics card on there. However, we're seeing Dynex, Ironfish, stuff like this. Now when we go onto coins, the main thing that I normally look at is this chart by here on the side. So the orange line when we click on this chart is the price, and then the yellow line is the rewards. So how much yield you're getting basically. So when we go back, we want to look for one where the price is actually under the yield. So we're getting more yield for the price. This means that we can yield more coins, and then subsequently in a bull run, we're going to see more profits. So when we're looking down here, this is the reason that I've chosen Nexa, because it's got a large gap between profits and then yield here. And the same goes for Radiant coin. If we see it here, there's a large difference between profits and yield. So we're going to be yielding more coins, and then subsequently we can sell them off for more profits. Same with PEPEW coin, but I believe that the yield is going to go way up, but the price is going to continue to go down. I don't think it's going to cross over again. That could change, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people don't look at daily emissions, but it's always a good metric to look at. For Radiant coin, we have 27,000, so pretty small right now for daily emissions, but Nexa is at 64,000, so pretty good. I believe Nexa is one of the biggest out of the daily emissions right now. Kaspa is obviously at 300,000, Ironfish is at 47,000, so Nexa right now is pumping out probably the highest daily emissions apart from Kaspa coin in terms of proof of work for GPUs. I don't think anything else is pushing out more emissions than that. Maybe Raven coin might be pushing out more emissions if we look down here. Yeah, so Raven coin's pushing out 75,000. However, it's not really profitable to mine on Raven coin right now. Now, secondly, when we're talking about Nexa and Radiant, you can also dual mine these coins. And this is probably the best thing that we want to do. I'm not just going to be mining just one algorithm. We want to dual mine so we can get other coins. Now, we could focus on ZIL because that's always a good pick to go for. But we also could, if we wanted to get more yield of different coins, we could go for Octa. So right now, Octa is a really small market cap when compared to ZIL. ZIL has 100 times the market cap of Octa. And Octa coin is down around 30% compared to Zilliqa's 13% in the last 30 days. So we're going to get more yield from mining on Octa. Now, if you wanted suggestions for which miner you would use, I'd probably use BzMiner. As you can see here, they have Octa, and then they have ETHW and ZIL. You could also mine Ergo if you really wanted to with Radiant and Ergo. I know it doesn't say here explicitly, but you can mine Octa and Nexa, and you can also mine Octa and Radiant, as it says there. Same with any other algorithm with ZIL. So if you want to go for ZIL, that's fine. But I personally would go for Octa for the yield of the coin. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be trying to mine kaspa, and I said that you should mine kaspa all the way up until the end of June on your GPUs. That's personally not what I'm going to be doing right now. That's personally not what I'm going to be doing, just because I know that the KS2 and KS1 are going to be coming on the network at around June 5th. And then the KS3 from Ice River is going to be coming on July 30th, I think. So kaspa is kind of out the question now. Also, if you have an FPGA for Radiant, I made a video on that as well. The BzMiner M2 does that, and I believe the Osprey E300 is coming out with a update for Radiant coin. So you could have FPGAs on Radiant. So if you have a BzMiner, I'd suggest you stick it on Radiant coin right now, because it's, you're going to yield way more coins. We did the calculation and it's actually really profitable. I think it was something like here, if we go into the calculators and we go to Radiant, I think it was 12 gigahash, something like that. And then the watts was 1050. If we click calculate there, yeah, so we have a revenue of $3.39, total power cost of $2.52, and profit of 87, which is way more profitable than a 4090, I believe. I don't think you can dual mine with FPGAs, like with Radiant and ZIL. I don't think that's possible, because the bit streams are normally made for just one algorithm. It's not like a GPU where you can mine on any different algorithm. However, if you have an FPGA like the BzMiner M2, I'd stick that on Radiant coin. Now, in terms of Ironfish, I know a lot of people have been mining this still. It's dropped significantly in the past 30 days, 61%. You could pick up a bunch of yield for this in the next month if you had the BzMiner M2 as well, because they have an update for Ironfish. I think that Radiant's going to do a little bit better than Ironfish in the coming months. So just for June, I'd stick with Radiant coin if you had those FPGAs. However, if you have GPUs, I'd stick with Nexa and Radiant, but make sure to dual mine it. Now, when it comes to Dynex coin, I haven't really been mining this that much. I know it had a bit of a price spike right there, as you can see. But when we go into coins here, if we click on coins and we look at Dynex coin, we can see that the price is way above the yield. So we're not going to yield as much coins. But Dynex coin, we haven't really seen much progression on the mining side. I know the A2000s had an update where they became more efficient. However, not really much seen on the Dynex side, so I can't really justify mining it right now. It's still a good coin to mine, like Ironfishers is kind of around the same as Dynex in terms of emissions, but I would really stick to Nexa and Radiant coin right now. Now, last one I want to talk about is Flux. I made a video on it yesterday, how they're introducing proof of useful work. That's probably not going to come out in this month of June, so this is my June update, obviously. If it does start beta testing in July, then I'll probably switch over to that. I would stick away from Flux for a little bit and probably come onto the network when proof of useful work comes on, because then we can be profitable, we can mine a bit more Flux. So overall, as I said, let's go for Nexa and Radiant. We can either dual mine with Zil or Octa. I'd suggest Octa, but if you've already got the batch file set up and you can't be bothered, then just go with Zil. I'd recommend selling your Zil off already. There's no point actually holding on to it, I don't think. But if you're mining with Octa, then I'd hold on to it. So those are my suggestions for mining for June, and I'll come back with an update for July. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Make sure you comment telling me your thoughts on what you're mining for June.